Welcome to the Tuesday Tea, everybody. My name's Maddie.
I'm Carly.
And today we're going to be talking about your craziest small world stories.
Mm-hmm.
But before we do that, we're going to do some life updates, talk about our TV show club.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
What's your life update?
Okay, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, put a finger down. If you're laying on your side. I'm scared at your reaction to this.
I'm scared of what you're going to say.
I know, I'm sweating. Okay. You're laying on your side. Wait, you gotta have your hand up.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
So
that's
sorry.
okay. You're laying on your side. And
Am I laying on my stomach or my back?
And you're hiding a toy from your dog.
Uh-huh.
And so, and as a reminder, he probably hasn't been groomed in like 3-4 months because he had a tumor removed that ended up being benign, but he couldn't get it wet, so he couldn't get groomed or take a bath.
Yeah.
So his nails are grown out.
Okay.
A bit.
Yeah, a little smelly.
Very smelly, but that's not the point here.
Okay.
That just adds to the fire. But anyways, okay, so you're on your side, and just remember you're hiding a toy, and like this, and he's kind of over here.
You're like using your body to hide the toy?
Yeah, I'm like this cover. And he leaps and hops and actually grazes your nipple and slices it open.
You're kidding.
And it starts bleeding through your shirt.
Carly.
No,
you're lying to me right now.
No finger down.
No finger down.
Confirmed.
Confirmed that's never happened to me.
I grasped my breast. And I was in so much pain. I was like, this is what it feels like to be a man that's kicked in the balls. Although arguably it can't be that bad. Like we've fallen on our hoo-ha's before and it hurts. We know what it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I think it's severed. Like I think it's off and I'm not gonna be able to be a mother.
I've lost my nipple.
I'm not gonna be able to be a mother. Like I'm gonna be with my future husband and he's like gonna be really concerned when he sees there's only one. And I felt it. It was so painful and it started to feel warm and wet. And I was like, it's over. And I'm not going to the hospital for this. Are you kidding me? Can you imagine?
My dog cut off my nipple.
Yes. Riddle me this. And sure enough, I like found the courage to look at it. And it was just like maybe 1/8 of an inch sliced.
Oh.
Bleeding, going through the shirt, down my boob.
You're kidding.
No.
Through your shirt. Terrifying. Looking in
know.
the mirror, there's blood.
And it's my favorite new shirt. It was like those comfort colors. And it's like a 2XL.
Yeah.
And it
cozy.
says Sunday Social Club and the F1 on the back. All the
Cute.
F1 drivers. Oh, it's so cute. And it has a really, really bloody stain now.
Did you get it out?
I haven't done laundry yet.
Oh, full X. We'll get
I
that
honestly
right out.
should. I should do it. I don't know why I didn't think to do that. I think I was just too traumatized. So that happened to me. That's my first life update.
Wow, that is actually crazy.
I've never had a boob sliced, nipple to be specific, and I actually don't recommend it.
Surprising.
I know. It's more painful than you could think.
Well, yeah. Like I think about moms who breastfeed and their nipples get so irritated and they crack, and then you have to continue breastfeeding.
Oh my gosh.
Like brutal.
That might break open when it cracks.
Yeah, it breaks open.
It's gonna break open.
It's called like
more.
Mesticizing?
Mesticizing?
Mesticizing.
Mastitis?
Mastitis, I think.
You know what my biggest fear is with breastfeeding is when it gets clogged.
Yeah, a clogged duck.
Have you heard, put a finger down, if it got so clogged your husband had to help with his
Did that happen to you?
mouth?
Wait, what? Do you know someone that this happened to?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like that's
an
probably
acquaintance.
actually a common occurrence.
The husband uses his mouth to help?
Yeah. I remember when I was on a trip to Europe, we made friends, me and my friend Carol, we made friends with like a bunch of couples. And one of they were at a wedding and like her thing was clogged. And so she brought her husband to the bathroom and had him help her out for a second.
I don't think I would allow it.
I was like, that's love.
No,
But she was like, what am I supposed to do? Who else am I supposed
That's
to ask?
torture. Val, you go to the hospital, put a needle in it.
Yeah.
The story I heard was she also was, she had her nipples pierced. So they took them out.
Oh, I cannot imagine that.
So when it exploded, it went all different
Oh,
directions.
please. But you know that
Allegedly.
it comes out of all different directions anyways. It doesn't come out of just one hole. It's like, pfft.
This is part 3, no, maybe part 30 to how we should quiz men on. I mean, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So that's
we
not
should
good.
do an episode quizzing each other on like random stuff like that.
That would be
Like a trivia episode.
That would be probably very entertaining for everyone.
That would be fun.
My brother would probably prefer that you ask me geography questions because I'm not quite good at them.
Rather than questions about your nipples.
Yeah. Not the human body, honestly. Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
What's the biggest organ?
I did not think that's what you meant.
First trivia question.
The biggest organ, the bladder.
No.
What is it?
Your skin.
Oh. This is a trick question.
It is.
Huh.
Fun fact.
What's the second biggest?
I don't know. Oh. Quad?
Your quad? The muscle?
Femur. It's your femur.
That's an organ?
No, that's a bone.
Yeah.
It has something to do with this area.
I'm going to look it up. What is the second largest organ? Schmiggle. The liver. Interesting.
What does your liver look like? And the function is to filter out crap. Is that correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm. It like detoxes your body.
Gosh, how fascinating. When you unpack the human body, I'm sorry, you can't not believe in God. It's like, how can all of this work so perfectly in sync?
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Millions of little things from your cells to your organs.
It doesn't make sense to me. If I think too hard about it, I just like my brain combusts.
I'm just surprised we don't drop dead more often.
Yeah.
You know, I think about that all the time.
Yeah.
Like one little thing has to go wrong for your heart to stop.
And that's how health anxiety begins.
There it is. There it is. Brittany, don't listen.
Yeah.
Speaking of organs, we'll get to this. I learned what the artery is under your
collarbone.
Scapula
Yeah. I learned about that too.
Today? You learned about that?
Yeah. Researching.
Awful.
Yeah.
Quick. Allegedly, it's a quick death. I should not have looked up the details of the autopsies.
Yeah.
We're hinting at the Idaho murders. It's just awful.
So we both finished the Idaho murder documentary. What are your thoughts?
Oh, where do we start?
It was awful. Literally sickening. I felt ill while I was watching it. Like I wanted to throw up. I did really appreciate how the documentary focused on them as people and not so much on the murderer, you know?
I loved that.
The true crime in me really wanted to like go through step by step what happened, all the details, but I believe that they couldn't share a lot of that information because it was still like in the court when it was made.
Yeah.
But now since the court has wrapped up all those videos and like the documents that were being withheld, the gag order stuff, that's all over TikTok. So watching the documentary paired with like all this new information on TikTok is just crazy.
It's awful. When I started, I got 3.5 episodes of the 4 episodes in. And that was before his sentencing.
Yeah.
And before the documents released. So I was like, you're just assuming how they were killed. Like you knew the rumor was that. Also, trigger warning, violence. Maybe skip forward 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about these murders. But you kind of had like an image from the rumors that they had been stabbed, but there really wasn't. The autopsy reports weren't released.
Right.
Also, part of me wonders, I don't know this, I'd be curious if you do. Did the parents ever have the opportunity to say goodbye to them? Obviously, I'm sure they were given a warning. Like, I don't know if you're going to want to see your child like this. Mm-hmm. But they didn't talk about that in the documentary.
Yeah, I'm sure that they had the opportunity, but I'm sure they were like strongly advised not to. Nobody ever specified if they did or not.
Okay. I didn't know from further TikTok investigation. I think the documentary is very well done. I'm very grateful they dove into not them as like victims, but them as human beings and like friends. And the friends are really focused on that survived, like remembering them as friends and humans and people that had souls and personalities, not like the Idaho 4 or the victims. And we now call BK. Did you hear his new name that we're to call him so he doesn't get any more attention?
No.
Inmate 163214.
That's amazing.
That's what he deserves.
Yeah. Did you see Kaylee's sister's speech?
Tell me about it.
It was so impressive.
She said she had to go from memory because she didn't want to break eye contact.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at her while she was doing it and I was like, she's not looking down.
No. Literally such a baller move. If you guys haven't seen it, she just reams him. She's just like, you're a loser. You're pathetic. You messed up. What did she say? Hold on, I'm right. She said, what is it like needing this much attention just to feel real?
She was so savage.
Yeah, and her mom and her dad also gave
Mhm.
speeches, and they were, like, very similar, just brutal, just, like, reaming him as the narcissist that he is and, like, saying everything that I'm sure cut deep with him. I hope it did. But, like, just not giving him the validation of being, like, so sad and
Yeah.
crying.
Yeah.
Because there's a place for that too, but, like, just putting him in his place. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah. Did you see that they were telling everyone just kind of the rules in order to go up to the stand and talk to inmate 163214?
Mhm.
And
Are you saying, like, they were all scared to be arrested?
yes,
Yeah.
because they were told not to move the stand, and the
Mhm.
dad was planning to go last of Kaylee, and he went first and moved it and was like, if I get arrested, then you'll know not to do it.
Yeah, because they were scared of what they were saying, like, that they were gonna be, I don't know, break the rules
Yeah,
somehow.
yeah. Allegedly, it literally says do not move, and he literally moved it to face him. Having experienced death to someone so close to you, when looking at the event itself, there's like a before the murders and then
Mhm.
there's an after the murders. Like
Mhm.
everything is now changed into one of those two buckets
Right.
for what happens in your life. And I know in the documentary, the parents said a year ago, it was Maddie's mom. A year ago, if you were here today, I wouldn't have been able to talk to you, but I am. And I am not going to sit here and cry for her. I will, but mainly I want to talk about them and laugh about them. And I just don't know how they muster the strength to keep going. Like they said, there's no strength in wallowing. It's like, I can't grasp, especially for such a heinous crime.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Okay.
Ethan's parents?
I know, that's what I was about to say.
Stacy is so well spoken, his mom.
Yeah, and she was just like, she kept saying that, like, it is what it is. Like, I can't change it. Like, she's gotten to the acceptance point of grief where, like, there's nothing you can do about it. It's happened. But yeah, oh my gosh, his dad, when he was like, we're gonna keep him home
Oh my gosh.
so he's safe.
Chills.
Literally,
can't.
I couldn't hold it together. Like, him just saying, like, he's here and he's safe and I can talk to him whenever I want. I was just like,
I can't.
that is awful. And just the fact that he was a triplet and, like, gosh, it is just awful. It's so, so, so sad. And, like, I can't imagine having someone die so close to you in a way where someone took their life.
And there's
you know?
literally no closure. Like there's no answer of why or how.
Right. Have
Like-
you seen the theories about, like, that he was targeting Maddie?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
But like allegedly they never ran into each other. So it was like, what was the motive? It was because
Right. What I saw
she was
was
pretty.
she worked at a vegan restaurant and she was a waitress and he was a
Oh.
vegan. So I think, like, one of the top theories is that maybe he had gone to that restaurant. Maybe he had some sort of encounter with her or
Oh, I haven't heard
something
that.
like that, because from what we know now, he went straight into her room. Like, he went upstairs to her room. So it seems like he was targeting her for whatever reason.
Yes, I have heard the theories. He was targeting her. He didn't realize Kaylee was going to be in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Xana put up a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan allegedly never woke up based on
Right.
his positioning. I just can't. I literally just can't believe it. Like, allegedly, the reason why Kaylee was so disfigured in her face was because he was so angry that she was there.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows what he would have done
Yeah.
if she wasn't there.
I just don't know how, like, nobody screamed loud enough to, like,
I looked up research on that. Like,
Uh-huh.
is there a chance Xana heard what was happening upstairs?
Well, yeah. Okay, so I saw this video. I will post it on our stories, but it's basically from everything that we know now that all the court documents have been released. It's like
Mhm.
literally a step by step from the moment he got there at 3 a.m. It tracks his car. It takes you minute by minute, like, based on cameras, based on, like,
Mhm.
ring footage, because there's ring footage of Xana screaming and hitting the ground.
But it was at 1 a.m. and he came at
No,
4.
it was at like 4:30 in the morning.
But the scream, there's a difference. Because the ring I saw was at 1 a.m. They heard Xana scream. And it's like, well, that wouldn't have been right because she had got DoorDash at 4 and, like, was
Yeah.
awake.
Right. Yeah, no, from what I saw, it was like, it showed he basically came inside, went straight upstairs to Maddie's room,
Yeah.
killed both of them. Xana, they have from her watch, like, record that she got up and moved to the kitchen And she went and
Oh.
got her DoorDash while he was in the house. And she didn't know that he was in the house. So she went, or no, maybe that was before. I might be messing this up. But for some reason, she had heard something, they think, because she got up out of her room and went upstairs, and he saw her
And then
and followed her
okay.
to her room. And that's where she fought back.
Oh, the defensive wounds.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
And then he saw her boyfriend in the bed and killed him. And then the other roommate came upstairs, or I don't know if she came upstairs. She opened her door. She saw him.
Yeah.
And then she like went back in her room and like
Yeah.
hid and was calling the other roommates, and they weren't answering.
Yeah.
And then she invited her friend to come over because she was scared. But I don't get how you don't call 911. Like I
think she was drinking, so she didn't know.
Right. And I think that they probably all were drinking. So
Yeah.
they're like just not really coherent, you know, like
Yeah.
you would be. But yeah, I mean, it's just like, ugh, if she hadn't have gotten out of bed or something, like you never know what would have happened. It's just, it's so sad.
Yeah, there's probably a million scenarios that play through the closest family and friends to them of like, if X, Y, or Z wouldn't have happened. It's numbing and it's awful. I was researching, that's not true. I wasn't researching. I was looking up on TikTok just like a bunch of different videos, and I came across this page where the husband was a detective and the wife was a crime scene investigator.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really cool to hear their perspective. And they were talking about, could they hear the screams if they were dying? And there is a chance based on like where he was stabbing them, you can't grasp for air to scream. So there was a chance it was somewhat silent. But hearing the Xana thing, it's, I can't. Xana, I feel like such a close connection to. I don't know why. She was just like the life of the party, and like the defensive wounds were crazy.
Yeah. And that's when he dropped that sheathing or
the sheath.
The sheath.
Yeah.
The part of the knife.
I think she probably saved, like exhausted him is what they say.
Yeah.
So that he didn't keep killing. The crime scene investigator was talking about, hi honey, can you lay down?
Frankie, lay down.
Lay down.
Lay down.
If I didn't have ADD, you could lick me and I could keep talking. It was talking about, okay, so he was a criminology major. He knew everything right to do, so he didn't get caught. He knew the details. He knew the textbooks. He knew X, Y, and Z not to get caught and to successfully kill them. What the preparation and the studies don't prepare you for is the physiological reactions that happen while under such high stress. So they said typically, you know, like your normal heart rate is what? Between 75 and 95.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're in such stressful situations as killing somebody, allegedly they say your average heart rate is 175.
Mm-hmm.
And so all of that adrenaline and stress and like just hyper action and work of what you're doing, it doesn't prepare you. You probably don't last as long as you expected you would.
Mm-hmm.
And also if there was so much fighting happening with Xana, because a lot of the theories are and rumors are saying that Dylan opened the door and said, he said, like, I'll protect you or something like that.
Yeah, he said, like, you're going to be fine. I'm here to help you.
But allegedly that someone said that's actually not true, but everyone's questioning, because I don't think that came out in the court documents from the witness statements, but it could be true. But when I was watching this TikTok, they were saying there is such a high chance that there's this thing called something like tunnel vision, basically, is when he was leaving, he was so stressed. Like you have this cone vision, it's called, I think, or tunnel vision, something like that. And you can't see, and it was dark, and maybe based on like, if her door was open this much, like he might not even have made eye contact, even if she would have made eye contact with him. So it was just fascinating to see, like, you can be so studied up in this and know exactly what to do, but you can't prepare for the action itself based on what your body's going to do and the response it's going to have.
Right. And there's so many unforeseen circumstances. Yes. Like it doesn't seem like his plan was to go in and kill 4 of them. It seems like his plan was to go in and attack Maddie. Like, we'll never know that for sure, but it seems like there was a lot of things that popped up that he hadn't planned for. And yeah, if you've never done that before, you don't know what your body's going to like do and how much it's going to take out of you. But yeah, I mean, he ended up making mistakes that got him caught. And I'm like just so thankful that he was caught, because I feel like so many times stuff like this happens, especially if there's really no like connection between
Yeah.
them that people can draw out. It's so hard to really identify someone. But like, also, I'm like, why'd you take your own car? And like, don't you realize that there's cameras? Doesn't
Yeah.
school teach you that? Like, I just don't
You
understand.
stupid idiot.
Yeah, like I feel like it's so hard to get away with that kind of stuff
Yeah.
nowadays, which I'm very thankful for. But
I wonder if his parents, you know how like when they first got him, he had scratches all over his arms and his face and his knuckles. They asked him what that was from, and he said a car accident. I wonder if his dad saw that when they were driving back from Idaho to Pennsylvania.
wait, what happened? I don't know that story.
After he killed them, he drove home.
Okay.
I think
Did
for,
he
like,
live with his
Thanksgiving.
parents?
No, he lived at that Washington campus. That was like
Oh,
13
right.
minutes away.
Right.
But his dad helped him road trip back home to Pennsylvania. He got pulled over twice
Yes.
for traffic violations.
Uh-huh.
And then got arrested at his home like a few days later.
Uh-huh.
Or like Christmas break or something like that. It was
So
like
he
December
was
30th.
at his parents' home.
He was at his
not-
parents'
okay.
home when he got arrested in Pennsylvania. And he had scratches still all over his face and knuckles. And I'm like, I wonder if his parents saw that or were just like sus of him. Like, I mean, also if they had no idea, like the grief they must feel and his sister.
Mhm, yeah.
Oh my, I mean, how do you even reconcile?
Yeah, like I'm sure that their parents, if they're of sound mind, I don't know anything about his parents, but like the grief of like and the guilt of we brought this person into the world who
Yeah.
took 4 people's
Yeah.
children away.
And like, what did we do wrong
Right.
to create a freaking psychopath?
And like, should I have said something when I noticed that he did this as a kid or had
Ugh,
this tendency?
if he was like killing cats.
Yeah. Or yeah, like you just think of those things and you don't want to like obviously subject your kid to anything like that because you want to
Yeah.
believe the best in them. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy to think about. Like I can't even comprehend
Yeah.
what it's like for any of those families.
No, me either. I was heartbroken to see Hunter, I think his name was, there was 2 Hunters, I think. The friend that they were saying could be guilty, and then the
Uh-huh.
brother, one of the
Yeah.
triplets, Ethan's brothers. When he had to wake up every morning and look at the house in his room at the
Yeah.
fraternity, I'm like, they should have moved his room,
Literally.
moved down the hall.
Yeah.
And then to demolish it too, oh my gosh. It took 386 days or something like that for them to demolish it. I mean, I
Mhm.
can't imagine the smell of that house
Oh,
because they preserved it like for a
Yeah.
crime scene.
yeah, the blood on the outside coming out of the room. I just can't. It's literally made me sick. I was like wanting to throw up.
I heard there's a chance that inmate 163214 has the opportunity to buy an iPad to watch movies on. I watched a video of like basically what his life will look like and the kind of cell he'll be in, and it was just so satisfying that like literally he gets 23 hours a day in the cell, 1 hour a day outside, and in the cafeteria. When he's in the cafeteria, he is chained to one individual desk to eat,
Really?
and outdoor he's in a cage. So it's literally great. Like, who would want to live, first of
Yeah.
all? But I hope he does, because he didn't get the death penalty, unfortunately. But sorry, don't mean to be political about that, but I hope he rots. But there's people saying he will or he won't have the opportunity to buy that $100 iPad or tablet to watch movies and send emails from. And allegedly it's up to the judge to decide if he's
Really?
allowed to do that. I know.
Oh my gosh.
And did you hear people are already sending him money that support him?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And they're funneling that money to families.
Good.
Yeah, they're like not allowing it to go to his commissary account.
Good. I
Piece of
mean, yeah,
crap that
he
he
shouldn't
is.
get anything.
Nothing. No joy.
Yeah.
No feelings of excitement.
No,
and
he
warmth.
needs to rot all of his days. Like I don't even want him to get killed in prison. I want him to just rot.
Me too.
Like yeah.
It's between him and the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that crazy though to think about? Like if he finds Jesus.
Jesus is just going to have to understand our brains can't comprehend that shift. Like, God bless.
Like what if we get up to heaven and
We're
he's
like,
up there? We're like, wait,
163214. What are you doing here? How'd you get here?
Yeah,
Just
that's
kidding.
crazy.
No one's too far gone, but high chance he is. High chance. Also, like, you have to understand love to know the Father, you know? And it's
Mhm.
like, I'm going to stop there.
Yeah, that's too much to think about right
Yeah.
now. But yeah, you know.
Yeah.
But if you guys haven't watched it, it is very interesting. Definitely a heavy watch for sure.
Yes, was this week's TV show club.
Yes.
So We want to do The Better Sister next week. I started watching it.
Is it one season?
Yeah, but I think it's like 8 or 10 episodes. I mean, you can watch it on the plane.
I could try. I could watch it with my sister. I'm going home to California this week for my niece Nora's birthday. And we always watch a show together. So maybe I can make that our show.
The first episode was very well done.
Really?
I am intrigued.
Wait, what is it about again?
I don't know. I don't like to look that up.
Oh.
But the first episode is, I won't spoil it, but the first episode is about Jessica Biel coming home, balancing this as like an editor-in-chief of a magazine, this life of being a wife and a mom, and she comes home after an event to something in her house that is not ideal.
Okay, it's like a murder mystery.
Oh, yeah.
Like a whodunit type thing?
I don't know, but yes, right now we have, yes.
Okay.
A bad situation is she has found at her house.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's do it. What's it on?
Amazon Prime.
Okay.
It's a good vibe. Like, I like the dark, looming, like,
yeah, I love
high
a mystery.
quality.
Oh, yeah.
I don't, like, you don't even know where it's going to go.
Yeah.
But anytime I watch something a little bit scary, I like the option to mute as things escalate.
Sure.
And my remote mute, as you know, the volume button is a little wonky.
Uh-huh.
So when she came home, I had no option to mute the volume.
You're just sitting there plugging your ears.
I know, exactly. I'm like, ah. But Jessica Biel's back. Her body looks good.
Love that.
Yeah.
Do we know if it's like a one season, like it's
Like,
one and done?
I don't know. Like, if it'll get like renewed.
Well, I just love those kinds of shows where it's like it starts off who did it, and then the end of the season you find out and it's done.
Yeah.
Like, there's closure.
You're like, we don't need more budget. Just stop there.
I just love a one season, one hit wonder.
I don't know.
Okay.
We could look it up though.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, should I?
Sure.
Yes. It's a limited series. So it's okay. Let's watch it.
Does limited series mean it's limited to one season?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Why don't they call it a
It says there's not currently planned for renewal because it's based off of a book.
Oh.
So yeah, they
The
just did
Better
like the whole story.
Sister.
Yeah.
It's probably one of those Frida McFadden books.
Classic. I
know.
love Frida.
Do you have any life updates?
Olafair Burke is the author.
Oh.
I did jury duty, which
Wait, I haven't heard about it. Can you spill the
know.
tea?
Yeah, I can. I talked about it on my stories, so I'm sorry if you guys have listened to that already, but
Oh my gosh, spill.
it was honestly such a cool experience. I went into it literally thinking there's no way I'm going to get picked because I've been called in for jury duty before and I get released same day, like no problem.
They're like, she's trouble.
Yeah. Well, basically how it works was like you go in, there's a room of probably like 100 people, and then there was 3 criminal cases. So like we got divided up. So there's probably like around 30 people each group that go into each court for each case. And then so you're sitting there, 30 people, the judge randomly calls 12 people up to be on the jury. And then so the defense lawyer and the prosecutor go through and they ask questions to the jury. And it takes so freaking long because each jury member has to go through and answer each question because they're trying to scope out who they want for the jury. So then they go through, ask everyone the questions. Then all the lawyers like discuss, and then they'll excuse a few. And then they bring up a few random people. And then they have to ask those people all the same questions again. And then they'll discuss. They get rid of a few, and then they bring some new ones in. I was literally the last group called. I was so close to not making it. And I was such a buffoon because one of the questions was like, do you volunteer for any like charities? And I said like, yeah, I like to volunteer at a homeless shelter. And I shouldn't have said that because it's like they're looking for people who have compassion, they want. And so they got rid of the other young girl on the jury. Like it's just like so clear the stereotypes that they want. They want it to be diverse. And so, yeah, there was another young girl who was on it literally from the beginning. Like they weren't going to get rid of her. She didn't say that she volunteered. So then when I got called up and I said that, then they swapped us. So they got rid of her.
She's like, phew, I have no compassion.
Yeah.
Get me out of here.
But I'm actually, like, I was so bummed about it the first day just because I wasn't expecting it. I had, like, a really busy work week, and, like, it just was not in the plan.
You're like, I literally don't have time for this. You don't
Literally,
understand.
I had to wake up at 5 a.m. each day
to go work
film
out?
and do. No, I didn't work out. I didn't work out for 3 days. I felt like a slob because I didn't have time. Like, I literally had
worked at 5 a.m.
Yeah, I had to get up and film and edit stuff that was due because I was at jury duty from 8 to 6. And then I
6
had,
p.m.?
yeah, I had plans at night, each night too. So it was like,
Oh my gosh.
and the first day that we got off, actually both days, no, the second day when we were deliberating, we were lucky that the judge let us go because they could keep you until literally midnight. They don't have a time frame when you're deliberating because they don't want you to like have to come back the next day.
Yeah.
But the judge was nice. She was like, "Does anyone have to leave?" And I was like, "I have pottery. I have to go."
Classic, yeah.
So luckily she let us go. But
Had a
anyways,
bowl
okay.
to make.
It was just like a really cool experience to see how they pick the jury.
Trigger warning.
Yeah, maybe this episode's just violent, I guess.
Yeah,
It's just like
trigger
violence.
warning.
The case was a criminal case, and it was a case of domestic assault against a woman. So it was a guy like claiming it for a woman, but it technically wasn't him. It was the state. So basically what happened, and we know this because there's video footage. There's a couple that had a kid and they were doing a handoff. So she was dropping off the kid for the dad to pick up. The daughter runs to the dad. He picks her up and just immediately starts walking away. Like doesn't even talk to the wife. They clearly have a lot of beef. There's a lot of stuff going on. And then the woman comes up to him holding a piece of paper out in front of her with both of her hands. And she taps him on the shoulder and shows him this paper. And the paper is very broken English. She's from Brazil, but it was very threatening, the messaging. It was about his lawyer apparently having, trigger warning for suicide, I guess, apparently having a suicidal son and being unethical.
Wait,
and
the woman's note was about the husband's son?
The woman's note was about the husband's attorney, like his lawyer.
Okay.
His lawyer having a suicidal son and being unethical. But it didn't really make sense to us, and they didn't give us really any context surrounding the note.
That's confusing.
But it was just clear that it was like a threatening note in some way. So she's holding it up to him. He glances at it for like maybe a couple seconds, snatches it out of her hands, puts it in his pocket, and starts to walk away. And then she starts attacking him, trying to get the note back. But like at first, she's going for his pocket and the note, and it's clear that she's trying to get the note.
Yeah.
And he claimed in his statement that she didn't say anything to him. She wasn't saying, "Give me the note, give me the note." She just started attacking him, and he didn't understand like what was happening. He was like overwhelmed and just like was holding his daughter in his other arm and was like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
Where she claimed in her statement that she was saying, "Give me the note back, give it back, give it back." So there was just like, they both had different stories, and the video that we saw didn't have any audio, so it's like we can't know.
Not helpful.
But
did he fight back?
So yeah, eventually she's attacking him. There's this move where they all end up on the floor.
Oh my gosh.
And it's kind of like there's sometimes where I watched it, it looks like he's kicking her off of him sometimes because she's all over his leg trying to get his pocket, and then they all just kind of fall. And then there's other times where it honestly kind of looks like he does like a kung fu karate move with his leg and like whips her on the floor.
Oh, wow.
But they end up all falling on the floor. And then that's when it gets crazy. Like she jumps on top of him. She swings punches at him.
Oh my gosh.
She attacks him for sure. And then a car pulls up. People start surrounding so they cool off. And so basically after that happened, she started saying to the people around them, "He attacked me. He hit me. He hit me."
Oh, no.
And so he's concerned that he's going to lose custody of his daughter
because
there's clearly like a battle going on for custody already. And so we don't know that. It's just an assumption, but it was like pretty clear. And so then he was like, "This isn't happening. I'm not letting you like say that and take me down for this." So he found footage from a local store, and it took 4 days to find this footage.
Where were they? Like outside of a grocery store or something?
Yeah. They were in like a grocery store, like complex little shop area. And so he found footage, and then he gave the footage to the police. And once the police have something like that, that like basically points to a primary aggressor, because that's why they didn't arrest anyone at the scene, because they didn't know who really was the aggressor. Like it's just word of mouth from both of them saying that the other one attacked.
Wow.
So they didn't make an arrest because they didn't have any proof. So once they had that proof that she was the primary aggressor in their eyes, it is the state's obligation to like handle that. They can't just let it go. Like they have to file a lawsuit against her and arrest her.
So the difference would have been if he had filed a lawsuit with that proof before taking it to the cops.
I mean, yeah, it just like, it doesn't really make that big of a difference, but it's just like, it wasn't necessarily something that he wanted to do, was to
Interesting.
charge her with that. It
Okay.
was the state that did that.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, the defense lawyer was so annoying. So annoying. What this really taught me, I could never be a lawyer. I don't know how they do it. I literally do not know how they do it. They're so mean. They're so brutal.
The way they can twist things.
Oh,
too.
yeah. Yeah. And the defense lawyer was just so bad. Like, she would mess up all the time. It was so cringy.
Really?
And she was so annoying. She would try and like make jokes and say like y'all and like laugh and like try and be like chummy with us. And I'm like, girl, like, you are so annoying.
We can see through you.
Yeah, she bugged me so much. But basically, there was a loophole. So there's like a protection act. I don't know if it's just in Tennessee. I don't know what states this is valid in. But basically, if someone takes your property that you see as valuable, you have the right to use force to get it back. And so, like,
A piece of paper?
to a reasonable extent.
Sure.
And it has to be immediate. And so there's like 3 things that have to happen for this like loophole to work for her. And so when we went to deliberate, I honestly was like on his side at the beginning because she obviously assaulted him. Like,
Yeah.
it's clear that she was throwing punches when he's holding their child.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It was just violent. But it's like, you can't decide who's innocent or guilty based on what you think. You have to abide by how the law is written. And so it's just like, they give you the paper with all the rules and like what we have to decide is proof and what's not proof and like what is beyond reasonable doubt. Like, it's just like so elaborate. And we get into the room of this jury, these 12 people that, you know, we don't know anything about. Like, none of us know each other. We all come from different walks of life. And like, just having us deliberate was crazy. Like,
It's like a movie.
It literally was like a movie. I felt like I was on the show Jury Duty. Have you ever watched that?
No.
It's actually really funny.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just like people couldn't comprehend the fact that like you cannot make this decision based off of your opinion.
It's not an opinion.
No.
You have the proof in front of you.
No, but
it's a video.
No, you can make an opinion because there was this one guy who was like, you guys, does this woman look like she needs to be in prison for domestic assault?
That's subjective.
Yeah, exactly.
That's subjective.
Exactly.
The proof is in the video.
But he wouldn't budge. And he's like, he has
Are you
a scratch on his hand. He had a tiny little scratch on his hand. But it's like, and that's like, to be charged with domestic assault, it's like there's scratch, cut, bruise, whatever. Like, a scratch is a part of that. So technically, she did assault him. And he was like, you could tell he's seen domestic assault by what he was saying and stuff. And he's just like, this woman is not an abuser. Like, she does not need to be in jail because she's like a tiny little like lady.
Who cares? You don't have to be big to be an abuser.
Exactly. I know. But like, just everyone had like personal bias that they couldn't look beyond, especially at the beginning. And so it was really frustrating to like bring everyone down to earth and be like, we need to focus on the facts.
Oh my
and then
gosh.
like there was this thing where it was like, okay, we had to decide if the protection clause protected her, because if it did, she's not guilty. But if it didn't, then we have to go through which charge to charge her with, because there's 3 different levels of domestic assault. So
it's up to you guys to decide if that loophole applies to her. It's not up to the judge.
No, it's up to us. It's literally up to the jury who have no knowledge. It's like,
but it's a
crazy.
law.
I know. But you have to decide if it applies.
Is a piece of paper a piece of value?
Yeah, and that was like a huge thing where like
it's not. It's a piece of paper.
No,
I'm getting heated up. No, it's not.
It was because
a piece of paper is value?
Because she was afraid of what he would do with it.
That's your fault. You wrote the note.
Yeah, I know. She wrote the note.
That's on you. You decided to show it.
I know.
Put me in.
See, you would have been one of the ones causing problems because, like, I was on that side at the beginning of it, but like once you read how the law is written and like really, like, we watched this stupid video so many times.
Yeah, it's brutal.
We went through like literally second by second, like it was clear that he read enough of the note to understand that it had value. He wanted it, which shows that it had value as well. Like, he was like, I'm going to use this for something.
Or he was just like, get this out of my face.
No, because then he would have like just walked away or given it back once she started attacking him. Like, they were literally battling it out for possession of this note.
You think?
Yeah. So like the note clearly had some sort of value.
Okay.
And that she said that like she was afraid that he would use it against her. And it's like, well, you shouldn't have written it then, first of all. But yeah. So the paper had value, which that was like literally one of the biggest issues. And then it was like, okay, was her immediate response within reason?
No.
And it was like, we had to decide, and we decided yes, because
What?
this
gives me justification to pounce
I know
on someone.
Well, her immediate reaction was to go straight for the note and straight for the pocket. So that's what we had to decide. Is the immediate reaction the first 15 seconds, or is the immediate reaction the whole 2-minute video? Like, what's the immediate reaction? And so we literally debated it for probably like 8 hours. And it was just brutal.
So what's happened? Like, talk to me. Are you all around a table? Are you like walking in the room and everyone's yelling? Like,
no, we're literally trapped in a table. They take away all of our devices.
Is someone leading the charge?
Yeah, so you have to elect like the leader.
How was the leader? Did he or she like keep everything together?
Yeah, he was like the perfect person to do it, and he self-elected himself.
I would have loved to have seen you in that position.
Yeah, honestly, I was like pretty bold. I was in it. I was like, because it's like this, it's just so wild that someone's life is in your hands. And like,
well, what was the sentencing? What would the sentencing
we don't
have
know.
been?
We don't know. And so that's
like,
part
give
of
her
it.
4 years.
But that's like, you can't know, because it's like, if you know that she's going to lose custody of her child, she's going to be in jail for life, then you're going to be like, she doesn't deserve that.
Yeah.
When like, you can't make that opinion based on
they don't give you the data of like what an average domestic assault for a woman.
No, and you're not supposed to look it up. You're not supposed to know anything about that. So like,
I bet it's 3 years.
And it's like, also, we don't know what other things they've been through, if there's been custody battles, if there's been other charges. Like, we don't know. We don't know any of the context because you're not supposed to like use that.
Just make it the decision.
It has
in
to
a silo.
be, it has to be like, exactly, this is what happened. This is what they said. This is the law. What do you think?
Okay, so walk me through the dynamics in the room.
It was just, I mean, we had the leader. It was like probably like 50-50 at the beginning. Like, who thought she was innocent, who thought she was guilty. And then by the end of it, we all decided that she was innocent. But it was a hard decision to make, because it's like, she's not innocent. She's not. She assaulted him, and she should be charged with that. But
doesn't match what you came to a conclusion.
Because the property law, you can't just like overlook that. It's a law in Tennessee that covered her. It was like a loophole.
But is a piece of paper property?
Yeah.
She bought it from Target. It's not her property? Maybe.
Yeah.
But like, that's crazy.
I know. It was.
So was there like passive people in the group that were like, I really don't care? Or was everyone pretty vocal?
One girl literally slept the whole time. She was like, this teenager did not want to be there. Would literally sleep in the courtroom. Like, fall asleep in the chair. Head down on the table. Did not care the entire time. So she was a dud. But everyone else was like pretty involved. There was one old lady though who was so annoying, because she was just so stubborn, and she's like, she needs to be in jail. She's going to do it again. And we're like, yes, we all think, like, we all agreed that she assaulted him. And like, we're like, yes, but you have to look at the law. Like, what do you think about this? Is this? And then she got so annoying at the end. She's like, my opinion doesn't even matter. You guys do whatever you want. And we're like, no, your opinion matters. Like, if you have something that will change our minds, like, you need to tell us that. That's your job here. And she's like, no. And one time, literally, we said, what do you think about this? And she goes, no. And we were like, okay, can you tell us why? She says, because. I'm like, ma'am.
Childish.
She was like 75. I'm like, be so for real right now.
Poor girl needs therapy.
I know. It was the communication skills were not there.
Wait, can you imagine if the girl sleeping the whole time is like, you guys are right at the end of deliberation and you're ready to submit in that silly envelope? And she goes, actually, I have an opinion. And
actually, I disagree with all of you guys, so we're going to have to stay here for 5 more hours.
Can you imagine?
But yeah, it has to be unanimous.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And yeah, I mean, it was really hard, because it was all up to like a lot of opinion. Mm-hmm. And like, I'm sure that it's that way in any case. Mm-hmm. There's not like hard proof on every single thing. Mm-hmm. But like, oh my gosh, it was just crazy. And it just made me think of like, juries like
Amber Heard.
Yeah, but who's the guy with the glove? Oh, O.J. Simpson.
Yeah.
It's like, how did the jury come to that conclusion? And it's just like wild to see firsthand what loopholes in the law can do. Like,
Mhm.
they can literally make guilty people innocent.
Yeah.
But it was also just hard because, like, she's in the courtroom the whole time. She's staring at us. She's crying, looking at, like, staring us down. And I'm just seeing her like, ma'am, please stop looking at me. I do not like
I'm gonna
this.
break. I'm gonna break.
I don't like this power over your life. Like, I just feel like I'm controlling some sort of custody over your child. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
And I just hate that. And, like, when we read the verdict of not guilty, like, the guy stormed out of the room.
Oh
And
my
then
gosh.
she just, like, started crying. Her mom was there. Her mom literally was, like, shaking, crying. Like,
when the verdict was read?
yeah. Like, and she looked at each of us and was like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Which was just, like, it
Part
was
of you
just
was
a
like,
weird.
I'm watching you.
I know, and I wanted to know so badly because the judge came in and talked to us after. And she's like, do you have any questions? I'm like, yeah, did we, like, make the right decision, basically?
Nice.
And she was like, it was the right decision because it's a decision that you made.
Ugh.
And I was like, ugh, I want
Don't
you
give
to
me
tell
the
me your
political answer.
opinion.
Yeah.
Like, you're the, like, expert in the law. Like,
what a crazy concept. Like, the concept of a jury is crazy to me.
yeah, like, people have no schooling. No expertise. We're just thrown in here off the streets because we have to be.
It makes sense why a judge can't solely make a decision because there could be bias. But, like, I want them to have some weight in the decision.
Right.
I know that they have weight in the sentencing, but, like, come on. Like, let's get you. I have an idea. Let's get you guys in a jury and we'll choose which of you don't have bias for this case. And then you are in the room with us and you're advising.
Or, like, for them just to give their opinion for consideration.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is what I would say, and this is why. I'm going to leave that with you. Do with it what you want.
But there's no way that wouldn't sway every single jury. You know what I mean? Like, I think the opinion would.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know. I just wanted to know so badly. And then she was like, can I just ask you guys, like, what led you to that decision? So we, like, walked her through it. And I was like, the fact that she asked that
that's something. She didn't agree with you guys.
That made me think that we were wrong.
Yeah, no.
But I was
what
like,
a freaking crazy situation.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? At the end of the day, I can sleep at night because she wasn't just assaulting someone on the street. It was an emotionally charged relationship where there was a lot going on. No one got hurt. She's not a danger to society. And, like, it's not like I released this, like, animal to the world, you know? Like, I was like, okay, worst case scenario, like, they're going to have a dispute again. But, like, this will already be on her record. And, like, you know, so I felt okay about it. I would have honestly felt more guilty putting her away for domestic assault. And,
that
like,
makes sense.
Having her possibly lose custody or something like that when it was so muddied. It was like there wasn't a clear answer when looking at the law. So
I also feel like it's unfair you guys don't get more context because like, if the reason she was so reactive was because who knows what just happened with him and what he did behind closed doors or what just happened with their kid or
if there's past assaults. Like, if she's done this before.
Yeah, it would just be so helpful to know more. And I feel like that would be fair to know context because making a decision from one video and one law can't paint the whole picture. Like, same with a murder. Like, you want to know, have they done this before? If you can't talk about it, it's like, this doesn't make sense because it's like, am I releasing a serial killer back into the world or just like someone that accidentally hit someone on the street?
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. I know. It's
fascinating.
Crazy. The justice system is wild, but it was really interesting to learn about. And honestly, I would love to do it again. Like, especially on a criminal case.
I would love to be on, like, a grand jury of, like, a big case. The only thing is like, I bet it's fun for, like, 3 days. And then personalities start pissing you off.
Oh, yeah. Like, the defense lawyer. I was like, I literally want her to be guilty just so the defense lawyer doesn't win. Like, I did not want her to have the satisfaction of, like, I did a good job. I wanted so badly to see her afterwards and say something like, just so you know, you didn't win because you did a good job. You won because of a loophole in the law. Like, I just didn't. And I know she was just gloating over it. Like, she was just the worst.
I think that would be hard for me because I'm so used to watching, like, Karen Reed's lawyer or Johnny Depp's lawyer who are unbelievably talented in the lawyer space.
Yeah.
So professional and smart and strategic. And then when you encounter a lawyer in real time that isn't one of those two very real lawyers, but that good, you're like, what is this trash?
Yeah. Oh, it was so embarrassing.
Yeah.
It was literally so embarrassing. But I mean, you can't afford
Yeah, true.
Amber Heard's lawyer or
No.
whoever, you know?
Camille,
Yeah.
a queen. I watched the trial for a really, really bad accident that happened in my hometown at a parade. Someone drove through it. It was
Oh,
just
shoot.
awful. And I watched the live stream. At one point, the guy fired his lawyer and represented himself like a psychopath. And it was actually quite, I don't want to say entertaining to watch because it was just, he wasn't a lawyer. He was a scum off the earth.
Yeah.
The lawyer was so bad, both of them, like the defense and the county or whatever. I was like, this is terrible.
Yeah.
Like, we all know you're going to be put away for life, but like, this is not lawyering like it should be.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Like, hit a home run. Let's go.
Honestly, good. That's
Stick
like,
it to him.
at least he was embarrassed, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. True.
A humbling experience.
Yes.
All right, should we get into these stories?
Yes.
Okay, my first one. Oh boy, do I have a doozy for you. This is one of my favorite stories to share. Years ago, I went to a company happy hour and it was just me and 3 of my coworkers. I was new to the job and it was my first one out of college, so I made a point to go to each happy hour. I was still learning everyone's names, and so at this happy hour, my coworker began to explain that I will not find his name on the directory because he goes by his middle name. At this point, I was only a few weeks into the job and appreciated the clarity on this. He then starts to explain his full name is, insert name here, and that is how I can find him. He continued by explaining that he goes by his middle name because it's a family name and began to talk about this grandfather and mentioned the last name that also happened to be my grandma's last name.
Oh,
I made a comment about how it was also my grandma's last name because it's not super common. As his story continued, he said his grandfather's name, and it turns out that it was my grandma's husband. It was at that moment that we realized our grandparents were married. His grandfather had passed away many years prior, and he never came around when we were children, but I remember playing with his younger sister. I had no idea that she had a brother, let alone someone who would eventually be a coworker of mine. Our grandparents were married when they were in their late 60s, and since we were so young, we didn't remember their wedding. His grandfather passed away, and my grandma's relationship with that side of the family did not continue after that due to bad blood. To think that I was going to a happy hour, I would learn that I was actually hanging out and working with my step-cousin.
That's crazy.
I know. Isn't that wild?
Wow.
What are the chances?
You're like, this guy's just coming up to me and telling me fun facts about his middle name. And I just like, come on, let's go.
And you're like, wait a minute. Like, imagine that moment where you make that connection.
I wonder what the last name was, because she said it's not that common. Like, I bet they wouldn't have gotten to that if it was Johnson.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, that's really cool. What a special thing, like, to kind of carry on the love between them, even though she decided not to be in touch with that side of the family anymore.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
Sweet.
Okay, my first one. There was this time when my mom was pregnant with me and she was on a plane sitting next to an old lady. My mom did not have a name for me yet and she was praying about what to name me. She felt she was supposed to name me Arya, but didn't know for sure. Anyways, her and the lady got to talking on the plane about the lady's family and her granddaughter. To my mom's surprise, her granddaughter's name was Arya. My mom knew at that moment that God was confirming that that was my name.
Oh, that's cute.
Like, what a random, crazy small world. Like, Arya is not that common.
Yeah.
I think I know one Arya. No, I know 2 Aryas.
I had one about a name that's really short.
Okay, do it.
Okay. My mom had decided on my name, Phoebe, before she gave birth. And the nurses who helped deliver me were named Monica and Rachel.
Stop! Stop it right now.
Isn't that crazy?
So Phoebe was before she knew the nurses. Like, she didn't decide upon that.
No, she had picked the name before.
Oh, that makes me so happy. That was just the story I needed today. Oh my gosh. I've been really thinking about rewatching Friends. Like, I watched it twice in college and maybe right after college. But it just was so life-giving and so... You can't get sick of it. It's like New Girl.
It's the best.
I'm literally considering rewatching one of
You
the two.
should. I always have it just like in the background.
Oh, it's so good. Okay, this one's interesting. It was Halloween weekend in Boston. Mind you, we got 2 people submitting from Boston. So, hey, Boston.
Oh, hey.
Quite a crazy weekend for going out. I just waited in line for over an hour with friends to get back into a bar, and we all made a beeline for the ladies' room. A girl in the ladies' room had a charm on a necklace, the outline of the state of Maryland. I'm from Northern Virginia, right by Maryland, quite a close area. I asked if she was from Maryland. She said, yes. I said, no way. I'm from Virginia, right by Maryland. She said, what part of Virginia? I told her the county I grew up in, and she goes, oh, my dad works there. Come to find out, we have the same ear, nose, and throat doctor who reconstructed both of our sinuses. And her dad is an anesthesiologist in the same hospital. The ENT and her dad are also good friends. I have no idea what her name is, and I've never seen her again, but it makes me laugh every time I go back to the ENT.
That's so funny.
So funny.
It's like, Well, not really. I was thinking our friend who recommends her gyno to everybody. I'm like, how funny that we would all just have the same gyno.
It's true. Honestly, that'd be so fun.
Yeah, a bonding experience. Okay. I was dating this guy my parents didn't approve of due to a 3-year age gap. My mom took
3?
Yeah. My mom.
What were you, 12?
Yeah. My mom took me to a therapist to mediate the issue.
Stop.
Interesting. While speaking to the therapist, she got a weird look on her face, paused, and left the room. She came back and said she'd love to have us put the session on hold and would get back to us later. Later that evening, she calls my mom and I. She said that she had to clear it with her other patient first, but it turns out her other patient was also dating the same guy. We ended up finding 2 other girls that were also seeing him too. It's safe to say that things ended and it was no longer an issue between my mom and I.
Your mom's like, we've been spared.
The therapist is like listening to you and she's like,
This
wait a
sounds
minute.
oddly familiar.
Honestly, a girl's girl.
I keep hearing about an Evan.
Yeah, yeah.
What's going on with this Evan
Yeah,
guy? Is she
Evan-
seen Evan? Has she seen Evan? Is Evan in therapy?
It doesn't
Or is
sound like
Evan
it.
cruising?
Evan probably needs therapy from the sounds of it.
Yeah.
But like, what a girl's girl to go to the other patient and be like, listen,
I know.
can I spill the tea?
Yeah. It is funny because in therapy intakes, they do say, you need to tell me if you're seeing anyone, if anyone recommended me to you, because there can't be any conflicts of interest at all.
Right.
And Evan was probably a common name at that
Yeah,
time. And then the story started adding up.
Isn't that crazy?
That's wild. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Oh, men with rosters. I'll kill them. Okay, my next one. I was working at a summer camp in the mountains and a lady came into the store I was working at. We were making small talk, so I asked where she was from, and it was the same place my mom and I grew up. She was around my mom's age, so I took a shot and asked what church she went to growing up. She went to the same church my mom grew up at, so I told her, oh yeah, my mom actually lived on that property. She burst into tears and said, Meredith? Which is my grandma's name and my middle name. This honestly sounds like the start of a movie, a Nicholas Sparks movie. Very corny, but so good. I told her, yeah, that was my grandma. She died a year after I was born, so I actually didn't know her, but I'm named after her. The lady continued to cry and asked if she could hug me and actually ended up writing me a 6-page letter
Oh my gosh.
all about my grandma and the impact she had on her life.
Stop.
It was such a small world God moment.
Wait, that is so cute.
I know. Is that not the start of a show?
No,
Please.
I love
Like you picture him
that.
in a little shop. The door.
I'm imagining if someone did that to me, like, oh my gosh, your grandma, the impact she had. And then you get a
So
letter
sweet.
all about your grandma with like stories you never heard.
So
and
sweet.
I would literally weep.
Yeah, because you didn't get to know your grandma.
Yeah,
So like
ugh.
seeing the impact she made on someone else's life,
That is just precious.
it really is.
Okay. Are you ready for my next one? The way that this one's written out is so funny to me.
I'm scared.
All right. I was asleep, like deep in REM.
Oh my gosh, we're just
fully out.
starting.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is just like
Oh God.
I
we
love
start
how
with
they
I
wrote
was
it. Yeah.
asleep.
I was asleep, like deep in REM, fully out, dead to the world. It's 11:40 p.m. and I'm dreaming about God knows what when suddenly, ... the obnoxious buzz of a phone calls and pulls me back to life. I squint at the screen and see a FaceTime incoming from my old boss. Like not even my most recent boss. It was way old from my Nashville life.
God.
Immediately, I'm like, why in the actual heck is he FaceTiming me this late? But I pick up, groggy, confused. And then I swear to God, my college ex-boyfriend is on the screen.
Sorry.
I haven't spoken to this man in like 3 years. I literally dropped the phone, had to pinch myself. There was no way this is real life. Was I dreaming? Was I dying?
Surely.
Was this purgatory?
Yeah.
Do you
That's
imagine?
So good.
And also to pick up a FaceTime from your boss
From
is
an old
bold.
boss you haven't
Yeah.
talked to, you're already confused. You're
Yeah.
already on alert.
Okay, she says, turns out my old boss is in Denver for a show. My ex lives in Denver now. My boss walks into some random bar, and guess who's working behind it? My ex. My ex, who apparently still remembers me, and says to my boss, wait, you know Emily? And suddenly I'm being FaceTimed into this weird-ass alternate universe.
But how did they connect the dots that they knew? Was it maybe who
They
she
must
worked
have been
for?
talking about, where
Okay.
they worked or where they're from or
Emily.
something. Yeah.
That's so savage.
Yeah. Anyway, small world, glitch in the matrix, mildly cursed, still processing.
Honestly, that's so funny though. That's so good. Those are the moments that you write home about.
Yeah.
That's so good.
I want to know like how long she chatted, you know?
I
Like,
know. And was her face just lit from the phone screen? It was super
She's like,
dark.
huh?
And she's got like drool stains.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. That's so good. Also start of a movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this one's cute. When I was 7, my family went on a Disney cruise. I met another girl while in the kids' corner, and she had brown hair and blue eyes and freckles. I had brown eyes, blue eyes, and freckles. Turns out she also had the same first name as me. When I asked how old she was, we had the exact same birthday.
I'm sorry. This isn't real.
It's called The Parent Trap.
Yeah, we've heard this story before.
It's been 22 years since that trip, and I still think about how crazy it was. I never saw her again.
Oh. It's your long-lost twin? Did you ever ask your parents about it?
Name, though, is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Not Hallie and Annie.
But they're like, listen, they'll never believe it if we name them the same name.
True. Oh, that's so true.
You know?
But we'll meet at the dock in 7 years.
So you can see the other one.
Yeah, and that's it. Just a one-time thing.
Jeez. All right, my next one's a short one.
Okay.
I kid you not, one time I traveled states away, went to a flea market, and found a one-of-a-kind postcard of my grandparents' house from 1911. Isn't that crazy?
It had to have been distinct enough for her to know.
Yeah.
Like the house numbers or, oh my gosh, that's so cool.
I know.
I want to see it. Can you send it to us?
Send us a picture if you have one.
TuesdayTeapod@gmail.com or Instagram DM works. That'd be amazing. To wrap this up and keep it in the same world as Idaho and Maddie's jury duty, this is my last one. I work as a police officer. One day, a young girl came into the station to report her wallet stolen off the beach while she was in the ocean. She asked me what were the chances of recovering it. I was brutally honest with her and told her absolutely none. There was no way to track it or any video of the theft. Later that day, during the shift, we were out with a suspect who had just left a known drug house. When asked for her ID, she pulled out the girl's identification.
Oh my gosh.
I guess some cases solve themselves.
Honestly, that's crazy.
That's
what are the chances
insane.
that the one girl and that he remembers what she looks like?
Yeah.
And he's like, wait a minute.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's funny. My first fake ID,
I'm sorry, you've had a fake ID?
I had 2 fake IDs.
Whoa.
And both I found them on the ground. The first one was 5'2" Mexican girl. That one did
Checks
not last
out.
long.
Yeah.
And so I'm picturing this girl as the person that.
Right, just like totally different than what the ID looks like.
Yeah.
Wait, did you use it to like get into bars?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And they took it away?
My other one lasted a little bit longer, but she was like 5'4".
Oh.
And she was brunette. I have a picture of it actually with me next to it.
Oh my gosh, how funny.
Yeah.
I've never had a fake ID.
Yeah, that's probably for the better. You're not a felon. That's why you're on jury duty.
Yeah. They're like, have you ever been arrested? You're like, I had a fake ID.
Yeah, I did.
I have to tell you.
I did. I got into Blarney's in University of Minnesota, and I'm sorry.
All right. My next one. Okay, so I was living in Baltimore, but originally from New Jersey, and I was on Bumble. I matched with this guy we will call Mark. It was the first time I was actually interested in someone after getting out of a brutal relationship. After trying to hang out 3 separate times and talking daily, I started to suspect that Mark was fake. I did some digging and Google image searched a picture Mark had sent me. Turns out Mark was a girl pretending to be a guy. The person from the photos was this guy, Peter, we'll call him.
Stop.
I was able to figure out because Mark sent me a roster pic of himself, who was really Peter. Like the picture was Peter.
Mm-hmm.
I knew athletic pics would be online. Small world, Peter was born in New Jersey and had just moved back home after college. I am originally from New Jersey, so I thought, how is it possible that the guy in the photos is also from New Jersey and just moved back home? I messaged Peter about the catfisher on Instagram. Years later, we are married. And
No way!
Yeah. And recently had our first child.
No way!
I guess it's a little small world and everything happens for a reason. I guess I should thank the catfisher for finding a random guy in New Jersey to pretend to be.
He's like, this one will do. Little does he know, he's a matchmaker.
Literally a matchmaker.
Peter!
What are the chances of that? You get catfished, you figure it out, you find the guy that he's pretending to be, and then you fall in love?
Yeah, but at what point are you like, I like talking to you? Because, like, where did the conversation start? Besides, like, hey, just FYI, like, when did we start showing personality?
I bet that they were like, she was like, oh, this catfisher reached out and is pretending to be you. And he's like, oh my gosh, how crazy. And then she's like, oh, so you just moved back? Like, I bet that it just like.
Oh, so what's your favorite thing about New Jersey, though? Now that we're talking.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What's your favorite restaurant? You want to take me out?
Stop. I love that story so much.
I know.
What a good wrap up.
I know.
I want to see you guys. I want to see a picture of you guys too. Okay?
I know. That's so cute. I do have one more like super short one.
Oh, do it.
Okay. My parents are named Ray and Karen. They bought my childhood home from a couple named Ray and Karen and then proceeded to sell the house to another couple
named
joking. Ray and Karen.
They're like, we won't even entertain any other offers.
Like, what
Sorry,
are the
it makes
chances?
Sense. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That's insane.
I know.
Holy smokes.
I know.
Ray and Karen. Too bad it wasn't Ross and Rachel.
I know.
But it's fine.
It's fine. We'll let it slide.
Fine. Well, Well, this was a fun one.
Fun, lighthearted way to end a pretty heavy episode.
Yes.
So sorry for the darkness, but,
It's tough.
it's interesting to talk about.
It is, and I'm also really glad that there's some sort of justice being served.
For sure.
And you served justice. Well, not
I
really.
tried.
You tried.
I did my best.
You attempted. But for the child. Justice for the
Yes.
child.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, happy Tuesday, everybody.
Yeah, thank
Have a
you
great
for
week.
listening. Don't forget to watch the show,
The Better Sister.
The Better Sister on Amazon Prime. We'll talk about it next week.
Sounds good.
And yeah, we'll see you guys then.
Bye.
Bye.